Hello. Sorry about that pause. Today is July 25th, 2017. And we're going to talk about dealing with bitchy people. Because we all have to. And if you're a bitchy person, people have to deal with you. We're all dealing with it on some level. And, Lord, it is not easy. Say what you want, but boy, they try you. But what do we mean by bitchy? What are we talking about here? Sure, this isn't it. I just said bitchy, but maybe they don't consider themselves bitchy. Maybe they're just like, you know what? The world's effed up, and excuse me if I'm not always smiling and happy for everybody, or something like that. But when I'm saying bitchy, I mean, whoa. Come on now. Good grief. I'm talking about there are people who, and by the way, it doesn't have to be a female. It's more about an attitude. What is this attitude? Turn this off for a minute. Just like you see them coming your way, you're like, oh shit, here they come. Oh Lord. Because they're gonna have something to say. That's not what many people would consider positive. Just kind of after spending some time with these people, you feel like you done run a marathon, climbed a mountain, jumped down a burning building. And now it's just the beginning. That's the effect. And personally, I try to limit my association with people in general. With people who always kind of give off that vibe like nothing is right. And I'm going to take it out on you. Not because I judge them and think that they're not worthy of love. I send love. We want to send love. And that's the second part of this. Is that that's exactly what we want to do. And just because I don't want to get caught up in all the bullshit doesn't mean I'm not sending you love. Damn, these guys are playing tennis. I decided to park at a local park and do this one. It's nice. There's flowers and trees, just like a park. And obviously a tennis court, because that would be kind of weird if they were just playing tennis without a tennis court. They're good, man. I was never good at tennis. I don't have that hand-eye coordination thing that it takes. In baseball, forget about it. If I can't hit a ball with a big old round tennis racket, anyway, you guys don't care about this garbage. So what we're gonna say was, even though we don't want to get all twisted up in other people's drama and their emotions, which seem to overtake them about things, or maybe the gossip, or that doesn't mean that we have ill feelings toward people, because that's our problem then. Oh, these guys are going hard. I'm sorry. It's like, all right, pay attention. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing here. We want to send out love, because the bottom line is, so within, so without, or as within, so without. And if there are people that we know of who just always got something to bitch about, usually it's you, that's coming from within. And believe it or not, even though they might be going on and on and on about you and your mama and the weather and the weatherman and the country, the system, the this, the that, what they're really feeling is all that anxiety and frustration over themselves. Because we all live in the same world, or at least we're all dealing with those same issues. Yet somehow the so-called negative aspects of our experiences here are the things that some people seem to gravitate toward and kind of overlook, for the most part, a lot of the good stuff, a lot of the great stuff. Have you ever talked with somebody like this and have you ever talked with somebody like this and they're just like, girl, let me tell you about this one here. And they talk, and then you're thinking, maybe I'll lift the energy. Maybe I'll just talk about something that's uplifting. And then you say something, and they're just like, they look at you like you got two heads. Like, wait a minute. They don't want to hear it. And there's a reason. There's nowhere for that to sink into them. There is, but it's gotten so shriveled that it doesn't find a place in them to come inside and bring that peace. And I'm not saying like your idea was, all right, guess what? I got a Bible in my purse. Let's read some scriptures, because that might piss somebody off. Like, hold on, I gotta pause. Okay. Continuing. So yeah, somebody's talking about whatever, the latest bad thing going on in their world. And we come up talking about, here, let me fix your problems for you. Let's read some verses from the Bible or some other holy book, or like, really? That would piss somebody off, because it's kind of undermining whatever they're feeling. And they are feeling something. They're experiencing something. And to just come in and be like, let me fix your problems for you because you're too dumb. And you're not as holy as I am, and all this stuff, and let me just shine some sunshine on you and make everything all right. That's not okay. But I mean, like, you say, oh, did I tell you I saw so-and-so, her daughter got married, or whatever, just something positive and uplifting like that, and then they're just like, shut the hell up. They don't want to hear anything positive, because we already said why. That's not where they're at. And for somebody who that's never where they're at, you gotta feel bad for that person. The last thing they need is for us to be feeling resentful. That's the knee-jerk reaction that we've been having, a lot of us. It's just like, oh no, she didn't. She came up on me like that. Let me tell you something, and we want to just tell them off or set them straight, and it doesn't do any good. And we've already said this, folks. We're trying to bring in the love now. Love doesn't act like that. Because when we do that, that's showing that our ego part of us is taking offense. And we're doing the thing that they're doing. They're taking everything in all around them and processing it as attack against them. And then when they come at us talking about the stuff that's weighing on them, we take it personally like it's an attack on us. You see, so you just keep that cycle going. That's not kind. We're beyond that now. And the reason that we're talking about it is because I'm kind of experiencing that right now. And, excuse my tummy. I haven't really eaten too much yet today. It's still early. So yeah, I'm dealing with something like that right now, and it's a situation where I'm going to be in close proximity with this person for the next however long, I don't want to say, but that's just the way circumstances have made it for now. And I need to get my head straight. So this is kind of a therapeutic thing. I'm kind of talking out loud and into this device, but also to myself, like, okay, get it together. You're going to be seeing this person, and in the situation where you're going to be seeing this person and dealing with this person, and you know that they are this way. So the thing is to not take things personally. To realize that on the deepest level, that someone who is always in this frame of mind, they're suffering. Whether or not they would even say that, or even kind of sort of entertain the idea that that may even be possible, that might not happen, and most likely wouldn't. Because usually in those situations, it's everything else. It's everyone else. But that's kind of a way of deflecting. When we start blaming everything around us for the state of our experience, the way our experiences are moving, And it's not easy for many people to step up and say, you know what? In each and every one of these situations, I'm the common denominator here. And these kind of things just seem to kind of circle around me all the time. If it's not one thing, it's another thing. As soon as one fire is put out, here's 3 more coming on. But it's not easy because, right now, a lot of society is not about, okay, let's look at the situation and be proactive in dealing with it. Society is like, okay, if, for the most part, this is what my experience is showing me anyway, that if you're the common denominator, then that means there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. There's something bad about you. Something not right. You're a problem. And that's because even from early on, we teach children something which is really not nice. when they make mistakes, instead of being understanding and saying, I can see how you would come to that. We say, no, that's wrong. Well, what does that message say to a little person, to a child? It says, you're wrong. That thing is a reflection of you, and you're wrong. Get it right. Do it the way so-and-so does it, you see? And we instill these ideas that it's not okay to make mistakes. It's not okay to be human. Be perfect. If you're not perfect, you're unacceptable. And we drag that shit with us for years and years. And then into our adulthood. And no wonder people are this way. It's how they're feeling inside. There's so much non-acceptance all around. And it's that energy is so strong that even if a person sort of wants to start thinking things through, it's hard to break away from the collective mentality like that when it's all about having the drive to, quote, succeed, to get ahead, to be somebody, to make that impression, to not make mistakes. So, we're going to wrap this up soon. I need to eat, as I mentioned. But we started out talking about, dealing with, quote, bitchy people. And so those are just some tools that may help us and help me in the upcoming however time period is going to be. Just some things that we want to reflect on and realize that coming from a place of love is just not lip service. I can say the words I love you, but then my actions are showing no. My love is conditional, because when you start acting up, I'm gonna get ugly too. That's not love. That's yesterday. So hopefully this has been encouraging for you guys, something to think about. And with that, as always, I want to wish you all, or you few, much love. Take care.